Uh, all right, all right. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Boy, boy, boy. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison, and you're live, live, live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show, and we really are live. Oh boy, tonight is going to be full of how you going to explain this. Tonight is going to be full of how you going to explain this. I'm waiting on a couple of people to get into the chat. I'm waiting on E-Maze and Eric to hop on up in here. I'm waiting on Bo from Truth and Facts, waiting on D-Style Boxing, and I'm waiting on Mr. Boxing today too. Okay, so as soon as I see these guys, we get these links running, and guys, we got to talk. We got 1 hour of talk time, and we're gonna get it in. Dana Black, my man Dana Black is up. Smash that like button. Hit me in super chat, whatever you want to do. Just make it. Hey, let's just go. Let's get at it. My man Dana Black has entered the building. Okay. Dana Black is in the house. Who else? Who else up here in this house? Because we finna get us boxing talk. This boxing talk finna get real today. It's finna get live. Okay. Yeah, Katie Taylor. Yeah. No defense. Benji. Okay. Just logged on to YouTube. I know that was tough for you to do. We're glad you're gonna be joining us. Waiting for the rest of the guys. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, they are lighting up social media, y'all. And I'm gonna put it out here like this, okay? Put it out here like this. AJ don't want no part, and I'm just being real. Wilder. Dana Black, Katie Taylor's last fight, she ate a lot of punches. Yeah, but she got girl out of there though. She got girl out of there. All right, Pruitt Fitness. How you doing, sir? I've never seen you, but man, thankful to have you on. It's gonna be a lively show. Lively show. I'm waiting on the rest of these guys to get here. Ed Harris, we know that you pretty much know not what you speak of, but it's okay. Wilder cannot get murked by Ortiz. Ortiz can't even get in the ring. Thomas Jones, what's up, man? What's up? LDBC. We are the LDBC. We are boxing, okay? We're gonna corner boxing. We're gonna corner. We're gonna take over. Okay. Yeah, what's up with you, man? Yeah, Marcus Bell. Oh man, they got live last night. And I'm giving time for my brothers to get on here, man. I'm giving time for them. Finally, coach can come out and play. Ed Harris, what about? Oh, you talking about Joseph? Do you smell what the Rock is cooking, Parker? Joseph, do you smell what the Rock is cooking, Parker? Joseph Parker looked like the Rock back in his days when he used to have a damn flat top. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Okay. Well, Ed Harris, it appears that you're not a fan of Wilder. Okay. Well, hey, it is what it is. We got plenty of Wilder haters. It doesn't matter because everybody, Wilder is still going to be successful. Wilder is still going to do it. Hey, St. Cruising, yo, man. Hey, you want to jump on, man? I'm waiting on a couple of the guys, man. Trap House, you want to jump on? I'm waiting on a couple of the guys. Ed Harris is a guy who knows his guns. One day, Ed, we're going to shoot these guns, man. As soon as I get some time, bro, we're going to shoot them guns, man. We're going to shoot them guns. Smash that like button, y'all. I'm trying to get into a heated. I want it to get lit in here tonight, okay? I want it to get lit. I want this thing to be so on fire that y'all can feel y'all keyboards on fire. That's how lit I want this to get, okay? Oh well, yeah, 38 people being knocked out. Hey Ed, let me tell you, man. You want to know how hard it is to knock a person out? Okay. Yeah, Trey Titan. How are they gonna explain this? How was Anthony Joshua gonna explain this? Where was Anthony Joshua, y'all? Where was he at? Where was Anthony Joshua during that interview? See, none of these people they cannot explain. And Trey Titan 181. Where was Eddie Hearn for 12 minutes and 32 seconds? I still have not had a UK fan to tell me where Eddie Hearn was for 12 minutes and 32 seconds. He was on the boxing voice. Where the heck did Eddie Hearn go? I'm going to tell you where he went. He went to try to call AJ, and AJ did not answer the phone. Reggie Wilson Jr., what's up, bro? Hope you well. Question, man, because I want your opinion and expertise. What fighters in the 80s? Crap, these things going fast now. Oh, man, Trap House, give you a minute. Okay, 80s do you, Josh, remind you of, and Wilder remind you of? Fighting styles. Okay. Anthony Joshua, I'll say Anthony Joshua, he don't move as good as James Toney. He remind me. The only thing Anthony Joshua don't do, he don't know how to do a shoulder roll. You know, James Toney, he was a mastermind. I mean, he was really good at the shoulder roll. You know, Joshua, no. Anthony Joshua remind me of Frank Bruno. That's who he remind me of. Anthony Joshua reminds me of Frank Bruno. Deontay Wilder don't remind me of Mike Tyson, though. You know? No, I'm trying to think. Who does Deontay Wilder remind me of? Joshua definitely remind me of Frank Bruno. I'm telling y'all, man. Like they move the same. They got the same muscular build, and Joshua a bit more muscular, but they move the same. They not even mobile, man. They not mobile. Like Anthony Joshua could probably be a mobile knockout artist dream. I'm telling y'all, I think that the man can. Okay. Wilder not Mike Tyson. Wilder kind of remind me of. Let me think. Who does Wilder remind me of? Oh, Wilder is special. Wilder is special. He's unique. Okay. But I think this version of Wilder is gonna knock anybody out. I'm sorry. AJ is gonna get destroyed. Okay. And I think Wilder going because AJ not a mobile target, man. I'm telling y'all, these guys that cannot move around the ring, that they don't have good lateral movement, they food for Deontay Wilder. And let me tell you who's gonna give Wilder the most problems. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, Tyson Fury is gonna give Wilder problems. Tyson is mobile. He's slick. Tyson can get away with a lot of stuff, man. But I need a UK fan because none of the UK fans that I've been picking on all day, none of these guys can tell me where was Eddie Hearn for 12 minutes and 32 seconds. Where was he at? They was calling him. They was calling his name, and Eddie Hearn didn't even answer. How was Eddie Hearn gonna explain this one? How? How is Eddie gonna explain this? And where was Joshua on that interview, y'all? Guys, this is serious. Where was Anthony Joshua? Because I noticed what that slime bag Eddie Hearn was trying to do. Okay, I noticed what he was doing. I know. And Eddie Hearn said, I can't deal with all these bloody guys by myself, mate. Can't do it, mate. I need AJ on it. D-Style. You want to get in, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's light this up. Because I got to get your thoughts on that debate, man, that happened, man. Man, I'm gonna be on here for an hour, man. What's up? I got D-Style Boxing in the room. D-Style Boxing, go subscribe now. Keith Brown MMA and Boxing, what's up, man? That's the amateur fighter, guys. He about to have his first pro fight. He told me November the 18th. Okay, Triple H, why would AJ get caught up in this clown stuff going on YouTube? Because he watching, okay? Trap House, I need your email, man. You're not at home. D-Style, no, man. Come on, man. Brother. Okay. Trap House, I need your email, man. So I'm gonna send you this link. I got my email ready. We're in the clear. You know, I'm not gonna sing y'all a song, but I tell you what, can't nobody tell me. Nobody. And the coach means nobody. Okay. You want to get in on the call, Trade Titan, okay? I tell you what, man. Okay. Just put your email down. Just click the link and cut off any other browsers. I want to give me some guys in here, man. I want this one because I need a UK fan And no UK fans nobody has been able to tell me where in the hell was Eddie Hearn. Where was Eddie Hearn? And where was Joshua? Because I know he tried to get Joshua. What was Joshua doing? Like, I really want to know. When that interview was going on, it came because he had to go to work. He's a millionaire. Okay? He's a millionaire. Okay, talk sense. Explain. Where was Eddie Hearn for 12 minutes and 32 seconds? Where was he at? How you gonna explain this? How you gonna explain this? How? Clown stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is a clown show going on. But this whole Eddie Hearn debacle, I tell you that. Okay, wait a minute. Who do I have on?
It's me,
I
Coach.
got Trap House Boxing in here. I'm finna get Trey Titan on. All right, Trey. I'm seeing you in the comment section, so I don't think you're a troll. So let me go ahead and let me get you in there, man. You know, they call me the troll hunter. They call me the troll hunter. Trust me.
Coach.
And people who troll me,
Coach, can you hear me?
They don't last very long. I get them guys out of there, and when I get them out of there, then
Coach,
I figure
can you
out.
hear me?
Yeah, no troll is safe here, man. No troll is safe.
Hey,
okay,
Coach, can you hear me?
St. Cruz said Joshua is hiding under the covers. Okay, Trap House. I want to ask you a question, man.
Can you hear me, Coach?
Trap House.
Can
y'all hear me?
Coach, can you hear me?
Trap House.
Yo, can you hear me, Coach?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait a minute. It's the echo. Okay, I just turned up my sound. Hold on. It's been echoing. Ain't none of you dudes tell me that it was echoing. They hear what the heck wrong with you dudes? Okay, Trap House, what's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Hey, man, I just got one question, man, and I'm gonna see if you can help me with this, man. Okay, I'm gonna see if you can help me with this because I got to get me somebody who can explain this one. Okay. Okay. On the Boxing Voice interview. When they call Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn, there was no response for 12 minutes and 32 seconds. Where was Eddie Hearn? Trap House.
Look, from my understanding, Eddie Hearn was trying to send Shelly Finkel the email.
He was trying to send him an email.
Yeah, you remember because he was him and Shelly was like, send me the email, you know, while we talking, you know, so we can meet up while you're in New York, because they were, you know, Eddie Hearn was gonna be in New York for the whole week for the Jacobs fight and all that. So Eddie was like, yeah, so Shelly was like, tell me what, send me the email so we can meet up and we can talk, you know, this Wild and Joshua thing. But you shouldn't have to be silent for 12 minutes to send an email. You could do that while you're talking, right? Same way you just sent me the email.
Trap House, I counted, and I did this twice. And I know that may sound a little bit overboard. 12 minutes and 32 seconds, this man disappeared.
Yep.
To send an email. Okay. No, I'm not buying that. Because did Eddie Hearn ever meet with Shelly Finkel in New York?
I don't know. We don't know when they were supposed to exactly meet. We don't know what the email discussion was. You see what I'm saying?
How is Eddie? See, here's my thing tonight. How the hell is Eddie Hearn gonna explain this? How is Eddie gonna explain this one?
I don't know, man. I know the Boxing Voice did a good job, but he kind of in certain spots they kind of let Eddie Hearn off the hook a little bit.
See, man, you know the deal with us in the LDBC? We would not have let this guy off the hook.
Yeah, when they was talking about what's the next 2-3 fights for Joshua and all that shouldn't even been in the conversation.
That's because you know why? The only fight that we need to talk about is Deontay. Why? That's the only fight Eddie Hearn. And you know what? I think we need to start telling Eddie Hearn to shut up, man. We need to tell Eddie Hearn to shut his mouth and make the fight. Eddie, shut up. Okay, I gotta ask you this, and then I see my man Trey has entered the room. I gotta ask you the Trap House. I gotta ask you. During that 12 minutes and 32 seconds, what was Anthony Joshua doing to where he couldn't call in?
You know, according to EJ, and shout out to EJ, man. This ain't no jab at EJ, man. I like EJ, man. You know, EJ, I had me laughing earlier. But EJ said that Joshua was training, sleeping, and you know, he was the unofficial spokesman. So I guess Joshua was sleeping while, you know, everybody else in the UK was up, apparently. So I don't know. I
Does
don't know
Anthony
why
Joshua even know? Oh, go ahead.
I don't know why Joshua was supposed to got on that phone, man. Ain't no way in the world Joshua wasn't supposed to get on that phone. I'm pretty
Hey,
sure he
so
heard that motherfucker that interview.
okay, so let me ask you this: does Anthony Joshua know who EJ is?
According to EJ, yeah.
Okay, we need some proof. Has Anthony Joshua ever went on an interview on EJ's show?
EJ said that he got 3 interviews with Joshua. He said we can go look on the playlist. He said you can even ask 78 or whatever. You know, he said he does. You know, he said he ain't lying and all that. So as of right now, I'm gonna take his word up. But you know, I am gonna go check his playlist or whatever his video log and see if he do got them videos. I mean the interviews with Wilder. I mean not Wilder, Joshua.
I've heard he don't have them. I heard that
Oh
this man does not
shit!
have them.
Come on,
I heard
man.
that he does not have them. Hey, listen, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go check, and let me tell you something. If I can't find one video, I'm gonna make a video every day of the week about this
Coach,
situation.
coach,
Yes,
coach.
sir.
How you gonna explain that?
How the hell is he gonna explain this? Okay. All right, Trey. I'm gonna ask you the same question, and then we're gonna address this guy here in the comments. Say, I'm finna ether him. Okay.
Okay.
Trey, let me ask you this, man. All right, so for 12 minutes and 32 seconds, when Deontay Wilder was trying to get Eddie Hearn's attention, okay, where was Eddie Hearn for that 12 minutes and 32 seconds? What do you think he was doing?
Honestly, coach, I truly believe he was trying to come up with something to stall on. I mean, at the end of the day, he has a product that he's trying to conserve in Anthony Joshua. Um, no disrespect to Kell Brook, but Kell Brook, he's damaged goods right now. So all he has is Anthony Joshua. He's trying to come up with a motive to make it seem like they're not scared. We all know that they don't want no smoke with Deontay. The bomb squad is here to stay. And time is running short for them, so they have nothing to do. Eddie Hearns has nothing to run up off of. If you look at all the critics, basically what they're saying now is, oh, Deontay swings too wild. You know, he's not technical. He's this, he's that. But if he's so bad, why does he keep on having these victories? Why is the brother so skilled at what he does? Nobody's putting people to sleep like Deontay now. And if you're a man staring across the ring with that problem, any man is going to be worried. And that's what it is. Eddie Hearns is worried. That 12 minutes they were trying to stall. I mean, I wish I was there. I wish I could actually just go back and re-listen to that, because it was just pretty much stalling, coach. That's all I have to say. They were stalling. They don't want nothing with him. They don't
Okay.
want nothing.
And I see my guy Red Gloved in here, man. I know him, man. He used to be YTBC student, but he's graduated now. He's the militant. And who is this guy? Talk sense. You ain't talking sense. Listen, man. Listen. So you guys, Remain Stavern. Why do you guys always, okay? Why do you guys always forget that Wilder, who do you want to fight first? He wanted to fight Ortiz. I mean, what happened, okay? What happened to where Ortiz couldn't fight Wilder? How you guys gonna explain that one? I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Let's think about this. And now look at this guy. Talk sense. See, I know you can't know nothing about boxing. Why Mayweather didn't fight Khan? Are you serious? You talking about the same Amir Khan that was getting knocked out by everybody? That Amir Khan? The same Amir Khan that got put to sleep by Canelo, that Canelo killed.
I wouldn't even answer that question.
It's just stupid, man. It's just stupid. Like, what is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
It's a troll, man.
Yeah, this guy's got to be a troll, man. Well, you know, they call me the troll hunter. I actually hunt these guys down. I'm going to sub to his channel for this. You'll never get rid of me, Talk Sense. Where you go, I go. I'm going to do Shannon Briggs on you. Where you go, I go. Let's go, champ. Talking about Con. Shut up, Con. All
Hey,
right,
coach,
guys. Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to figure out this, man. Eddie Hearn keeps wanting Wilder to fight Dillian White. Okay, well, just put Joshua in the contract. How hard is that? How hard is that? He keeps saying, "Oh, well, no, that's two separate things, and it's not the same thing." What do you mean? If you're gonna make the fight, it's the same damn thing, right?
It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. I mean, I don't know, Trey. Okay, so Trey, let me ask you this, man.
What's up,
Why
coach?
do you think that Eddie Hearn would only put Dillian White in the contract, but not Joshua? Also, see, if he really wanted to make some in-house money, wouldn't it be good? Wouldn't it be good to put them both in there to make double the in-house money?
It would, but if you don't have that much in your stable, it could be bad because you're running out of people. It's kind of like the De La Hoya situation. All he has is really Canelo, so he doesn't have that much to run off of. And the same thing I kind of view is with Eddie Hearn. I mean, you put Dylan White in there. Once he gets the smoke, you already know that AJ is next. And he doesn't want Juicy J in the ring with him. So he's trying to stall him out for as long as he can. I mean, that Klitschko victory really put AJ on another plateau that I don't think Eddie Hearns or him or the UK really could fathom. And so now that, you have Deontay in the mix, they're really just scared. And I think that's what it is.
Because, Coach, I'm gonna tell you something, man, and people better pay attention to this. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if Danny Jacobs slip up and lose, Eddie Hearn is gonna hold on to AJ like that's his last goddamn coin. You can believe that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, yeah, man. See, people will mistake this and say, "Hey, well, he's not a Joshua fan. He's hating on Joshua." Actually, man, I rode with Joshua for a minute, but I think I lost it, y'all. I lost it when he said in the interview, when he said 2019, 2020, I think that's where I hit my breaking point. Like that's where, and I'm not saying all UK fans. No, it's not UK fans. Not everybody. Okay, let's get it right. It's some good UK fans like EJ, man. EJ said, "Look, this fight need to happen." You got a lot of UK fans that's over there. Okay, that's saying, "Listen, you know what? This fight need to go down." Okay, so do not. Okay, please do not take this as I'm dissing UK fans. No, but there are some UK fans in the YouTube community that's like, well, why does Joshua have to fight him? I mean, Joshua isn't
Coach,
obligated.
that, Coach, that excuse is over with now. They don't even say that no more. That's over with now. They saying that they don't even understand why Eddie keep throwing Dylan White in the picture. They coming clean now. They coming clean.
God,
So I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, Eddie Hearn. See what happened was the last time with Kell Brook. Kell Brook, and see, people gotta give Kell Brook his respect, man, his credit. Cause see, Kell Brook, Eddie Hearn wasn't gonna let Kell Brook take that fight with Earl Spence. I'm telling y'all, man. Kell Brook got tired of hearing people talk shit. He said, "Fuck that, Eddie. I'm taking this fight. I'm tired of people talking shit. I'm gonna prove everybody wrong." And bam. I'm telling you, that's what happened. Eddie Hearn didn't want Kell Brook to take that fight, man. He ain't really want him to take that fight.
okay, so let me ask y'all this, man. Eddie Hearn, man, it was the funniest thing I ever seen, man. This guy getting booed, man. In his own in his own country, man. They booed him, man. They booed him bad. Why do you think the UK fans, some of the best, and I think the UK fans are some of the best boxing fans on the planet? I'm just saying I think they are because they support all their guys, man. It don't matter where they from, what race they are. These UK guys, they back their fighters. I like it. But why do you think they don't bag Eddie Hearn? All right, Trey, we'll start with you, man.
The thing with Eddie Hearn is sometimes I think the UK fans feel like they're trying to belittle their knowledge of boxing because a lot of times he has statements I feel like they feel as if they don't know. Like he says AJ is like one of the greatest heavyweights, and it's cool. But there's a lot of different boxers that came before him in the UK, Bruno, Lennox Lewis, and whatnot. And I feel like maybe in Tyson Fury. maybe sometimes he says things and it comes across as condescending, and that may rub the UK fan a little bit the wrong way. And I think that's probably what's happening with Eddie Hearn right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this question comes up, and guys, don't think that the comment section, that's my favorite, man. I love the comment section because a lot of good questions. And one guy, the guy, he said he's not a troll. Okay. I don't believe, yeah, you're talking to the air. That's what trolls do now. They get mad when you don't answer them right away. So you got them troll tendencies, talk sense, okay? You might want to, get that checked. But listen, let's answer your question, okay? Okay, you said, and let me go back to the question because you left about 50 of them, okay? I mean, hell, don't leave 50 questions. Maybe next time we won't ignore you. Okay, let's do this. He said, hold up. I'm trying, talk sense. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Oh, okay. So he says Mayweather didn't fight Khan for the reasons you said. So why did Wilder fight Stavern? Okay, that's too easy. That's too easy. It's too easy. Like, I don't even want to answer the question. Okay, I think I could answer that too easy. Does anybody want to answer it, or should we just move on?
Next.
Okay. Anybody, Mr. Doc, you want that one?
What's his point?
Exactly. I don't know what the hell his point is. I just don't know.
Hey man, I thought we were talking about past Eddie,
in the form of a coherent question.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe use it in a sentence. Let's see if we understand it.
Yeah, I might have missed it because I was coming, jumping in through Google and all that, so I missed a few, like 30 seconds of what was going on.
Yeah. Okay, Trey. What about you, man? You want to answer that, or should we just go on and move on? Let's just keep it flowing.
I'm good, brother. Let's just keep it flowing.
Okay. Yeah. Let's kind of ignore this guy for a while because he's just here. Okay. Let's see. Now let's talk about this whole issue that Wilder Stavern took a dive. Who first? I got a lot.
Breaks. Whoa. So YouTube never fails. So there's people legitimately, not just trolling, saying they actually believe Stavern took not one but 3 dives on purpose.
Yeah, no, they say, well, it kind of started right after the fight too, man.
Oh, hold on. What did he say? What you say, St. Cruiser?
St. Cruiser said, you talking about in the comment section?
No, who was this online with us? Who was this in the hangout?
It's Mr. Dog. Nice to meet you, Trap House.
Who?
Your Trap House, right?
Yeah. Who is this?
Mr. Doc.
Oh, Mr. Doc. I'm sorry, bro. What did you just say again? They said what?
I said a couple things. What?
They said something about Stavern. 3. You said something about 3.
I said so. There's people making the assertion that Stavern took 3 dives because he went down 3 times.
Well, they said he just took. It's been going around.
I know. I'm being funny.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me. Yeah, it's ridiculous. In other words, I'm finding it ludicrous.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish going on, Mr. Doc. Go ahead.
No, that was all I was saying. And just like what? So he risked blowing out both his knees on purpose. He took those right hands in the face on purpose. Why? How? Explain, please.
I can't explain that one. I'm sorry, Trey. Can you explain that?
I'm sorry, I can't explain it at all.
Man, look, man. What it all boiled down to, man, is let's not do this whole discrediting thing, man. Damn. I mean, if that's the case, we can sit here and go back where AJ fought Takam and all that. I mean, we don't got time to do all that. That's irrelevant. He knocked the man out in the first round. Joshua is who we looking for. They both champions. Let's get to the point. Fuck all that other shit, man.
Oh Lord, PG-13 channel. Hey, but listen.
I'm sorry, Coach.
That's okay. Hey, man, let me tell you. None of these dudes sitting right here, none of these guys, you still ain't told me where the hell was Eddie Hearn for 12 minutes and 32 seconds. Where was he, guys? Not you guys on the panel. I'm talking about you out there. They still can't answer that question. They can't do it.
You know what I call him now? I call him Fast Eddie. Fast
Why you
Eddie,
calling
I've
him
man.
been
that,
calling him. I asked Coach. I've been calling him Fast Eddie for a long time too.
Oh, you
Yep,
have?
yep. Fast Eddie
Oh
Hearn.
wow. Oh
Fast Eddie
wow,
Hearn did.
man.
We're on the same
Shit.
page. I've
Yeah,
been.
man.
Well, Coach, what do I always say about promoters? All promoters, boxing promoters.
they lie.
Yes, professional liars. That should be their job description.
And
Why?
and see,
Exactly.
and see,
Wait,
Coach, that answers your question about Eddie
yeah,
Hearn, because that's the reason why the UK fans is booing him, because he playing on their intelligence. They think they dumb. All he doing is lying. Yeah, he put on a lot of cards. He put on a lot of decent fight cards, but he not putting on the cards exactly what they want to see. The first thing you hear when Eddie Hearn talk about Joshua, what he says, "Oh, AJ's a superstar." Man, we don't want to hear about that, bro.
he's
We
Eddie
don't.
Hearn. For lack of a better term, Eddie Hearn's a victim of his own success. The expectations of the British fans have gone way up, like you're saying.
But they sure really
Correct.
don't like this guy.
Correct.
They sure don't like this guy, man.
Well, they
And
should. He's a promoter. That's what you're supposed to do. Boo the promoter. Go to the fight, enjoy it, but boo the promoter. Nobody liked Don King. Nobody liked Bob Arum, right?
But I'm gonna tell you this though, man. To be honest with you, and I'm gonna keep it all the way honest with you, man. I think Eddie Hearn is powerful than what people think. I don't think he going nowhere no time soon. Like he ain't on no decline with no Oscar De La Hoya type shit. I don't. I mean, sorry, coach. He ain't
Yeah, I
on
don't
the
think so
decline.
either. He runs UK boxing, and right now that's the center of boxing as a whole, whether we like it or
Absolutely,
not.
absolutely. It's just being honest, man.
Yeah, but I always say there's not a single fight I can think of that would sell 90,000 seats anywhere in America.
Look, Frank Warren had cars over there in Monaco, and it looked like you could see from the front to the side to the back, all over again in there.
The
yeah,
Monaco cards are always like that. That's Monaco. I mean,
so
you're not wrong.
I
Yeah.
guess I guess I need to get past this, man. Where was the guy at? Okay, I'm past Eddie Hearn with that. But my man, he just said Joshua was, got through training and he's sleeping. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. Wait. So Tyson Fury, what was Tyson Fury doing?
That's what I said.
Like, what was Tyson Fury doing? Like, I'm being honest.
Lines. I was being honest too.
Like, what was Tyson Fury doing, man? Like, I mean, yeah, come on, man. I like Tyson Fury, man, because you tripping, man. Hey,
So
come
do
on,
I.
Mr. Doc.
But I'm skeptical. I admit I'm very
Okay.
skeptical.
Okay, now we got a Tyson Fury hate on the panel. His name's Mr. Doc, man. Uh,
No Tyson Fury hater. I like Tyson Fury. I picked Tyson Fury to beat Vladimir Klitschko. I'm just saying I'm skeptical about his ability to come back from such a bad physical and mental place that he's went to.
Hey, but Doc, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm probably the only one on the panel that might think this. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But I still think Tyson Fury got what it takes to beat Joshua pretty fairly easy.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope Coach is right. I really do. You know what I mean? I hope he's serious. I hope he's, you know what I mean, kicks the habits and comes back to what he was. Because Coach is right. Boxing needs him.
To me, I think that's Wilder's toughest test is Fury.
Yes. Same for Joshua probably too, in a way, because Joshua's slow in the pivots.
Absolutely.
yeah, and Joshua's not very mobile, man. My only thing with him, like, it's I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. Joshua, he got the hand speed. He just don't have the mobility. That's my thing. And I think he's
You
I think
he
he's
doesn't
due.
turn. Go ahead.
You know what, MBT? If you say Fury done one more time, man, I'm gonna get Conor McGregor and I'm gonna do something to you, man.
Get him.
Listen, man, I done
NBT needs
told
to
you.
come. Tell
If,
him and Joseph
if,
the Rock Parker
if,
to get on the panel
yeah, yeah,
tonight.
yeah, yeah. How about
Man,
MBT?
get MBT on, man,
Come
please, so
join,
I can
come jump on
laugh.
the panel tonight, NBT.
It's okay. I just sent him a link. He can come on here. You can talk all the junk about Fury all you want to, but I tell you
Hey,
what,
don't forget, he's a
yeah,
Joseph Parker fan.
yeah. Oh, easy. Joseph, do you smell what the Rock is cooking, Parker? What the Rock is cooking, man. Joseph Parker, man, he's still scared. Wait. We still got to find where Joseph Parker went.
No. Save the questions for NBT. He's
Yeah,
Joseph Parker. He
Hey,
keeps
hey,
trying to.
coach.
you ain't
He
giving
keeps trying to
nobody
tell
no
us.
work.
He keeps trying to tell us that Joseph Parker's going to give him that work.
But I'm gonna tell
Joseph
you,
Parker.
coach, man. I
Who is
don't know
Joseph
what fans. I don't know what fans Eddie was at either, though, man. I'm not trying to, switch it.
Parker?
I don't know where he
Eddie,
was at, though, bro. I mean, because he was gone for a long time, and we
I
couldn't
told
get a peep out of Eddie.
he
Couldn't
probably
get
had
a-
him on mute trying to get Joshua.
Let's look at look at the names we got for these promoters. We got Tommy Boy, okay. We got Fishnets, right? We got Kebab Father, okay. Uncle Al, Fast Eddie. Is anybody catching? Not you guys. Are the fans catching on? You know,
Oh my God, man!
Oh,
these are the kind
Eddie.
of people we're dealing with.
Oh man.
But I'm gonna tell you though, man. The next. I'm gonna tell you to be honest with you. I want Wilder and Joshua next, but they probably got 2 more fights apiece before they see each other.
I think it's going to be a double header if they're smart. They'll do a double header in Wembley with, like, you know what I mean, like Wilder than Joshua's co-mains, and then they'll do what head to head in Vegas or some shit like that.
Yep, because Wilder gonna fight Brazil next. I hope everybody know this. That's gonna be
That would be awesome in the UK, because the thing I like about watching fights at the UK is that I have to give him this: the atmosphere is fantastic.
yeah.
You know, I am sick and tired of Brazil, that punching bag with titties, man. Look, Wilder, that guy getting knocked out, man. That guy's garbage, okay? Dominic
So are you?
Brazil is garbage. He's garbage. He's garbage. You know, why is he still? I'm sick of him, man. Just the same guy who, Deontay Wilder. Okay, Deontay Wilder got right up in his grill.
I thought
Imitation.
it was Wilder's brother that beat him up. Sorry, go ahead.
Man, they both got in it. Well, they got in his grill at the hotel. This man trying to press charges. Wait a minute, you a fighter, man. Well, so you mean to say you're not gonna go in there and whoop Deontay Wilder? So you just, man, come on, man. And
Well,
then,
he did get the crap beat. He won, but he did take a beating from that Izzy guy.
man, Brazil gonna get knocked out. Brazil going to sleep, man.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna punish Brazil for a while because Brazil tried to attack his brother. So I think Brazil gonna punish it. I mean, I think Wilder gonna punish him, man. I think Brazil sucks, man.
What do you think of that as like a co-main, like I said, in the UK, and then head to head in Vegas?
Wilder will never get credit for Brazil. They're gonna say he knocked out another bum.
But as a fan, would you be cool with that? I'm just curiosity, just throwing ideas out there.
If Wilder fights Brazil next in Vegas,
No, if I still using Brazil as an example, they fight a co-main in the UK, right? 90,000, whatever. So that it's Wilder versus whoever, and then fucking.
listen, I don't like this. I don't like this whole UK idea thing where he got to be. They know him over there already. The UK fans already done said that already. He don't need to fight in the UK. He need to fight when he fight in the UK. He need to fight Joshua, and that's it. He don't need to be fighting no Dillian White over there, no Brazil, no none of
That's
that.
where I was going. I was going to say, or would we prefer the reverse, where the payoff is in the UK with the UK crowd?
I don't care where they fight. They can fight on the top of Jim Gray forehead.
Fundamentally, obviously that. Yeah, obviously.
They might, you know what? I bet you Wilder go over there, man. They might do him like they did Mike Tyson, man. When Mike Tyson went to Japan and they gave him all these women and alcohol and weed and all this stuff. Mike Tyson got knocked out.
Forced it on
there,
him.
Man.
Forced him to, right?
Oh my goodness, man.
They forced
Coach,
him.
Coach, you crazy, man. But look, I'm gonna tell you this, man. A lot of people might think I'm crazy, but I don't even really see this fight being competitive like that.
Yeah, Wilder gonna knock this dude out, man. White.
I'm telling you, Fury is the test, man. Fury is the test. Joshua, it's up and down with Joshua. If he don't land that lucky punch, he ain't gonna beat no Wilder, man.
Oh,
Period.
in the house.
Because I'm gonna tell you what. Hold on, MBT.
Let's watch
Yeah,
out,
let's
MBT.
get him. Get
We got
him. Come on, let's
MBTs
go.
there.
Let's go.
But look, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why. If this fight, there's no way on God's green earth that Joshua and Wilder can go the distance. It ain't gonna happen. For one, Joshua don't have the stamina to go distance like that with somebody who gonna push the pace like Wilder gonna push. He ain't gonna be able to last that long like that. He either gonna get knocked out or he gonna have to knock Wilder out. There's no way it's going the distance.
Yep, that's the absolute truth. Let me build on that real quick. One thing I noticed is that when Joshua was fighting Klitschko, he had a lot of stamina issues going down the middle rounds. And I think with Wilder's perspective, he's a lot more athletic than he's ever been right now. And then got over here, right? Joshua's not going to be in that. He's not.
Hey Trey, can you mute real quick? I can't hear him.
Yeah, you gotta.
Can y'all hear me?
You got to
Yeah,
mute
that
so we can
was
hear
say that
MBT.
again. Say it again.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we need you to mute so we can hear NBT.
Okay.
What's going on, gents? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys can hear me fine, yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sweet. Play boys. Trap
Yeah.
House Boxing, Shelton Harrison, who's
What's going on, Mike?
Yeah. What's this junk you were talking about, Tyson Fury? Let's get to the Fury talk.
Right.
Sorry, who's keeper 100%?
Hey, it's Trey Titan. What's going on, bro?
What is it, sorry?
It's Trey Titan. 1A1. What's going on with you, brother?
Trey time. Nothing, bro. Nice to have you on the panel, bro. All right, what's going on? What are we talking, gents?
Oh, we talking about, well, first question I asked everybody was, what the hell was Eddie Hearn for 12 minutes and 32 seconds when they asked for him? And what was Joshua doing? I think everybody answered that question. What was Anthony Joshua doing when that interview with Ness on the Boxing Voice was going on? Because I know Eddie was trying to call him. I know that's what he was doing. But where was Joshua?
How do you know he was trying to call him, coach? You've been picking on Anthony Joshua too much, bro. I want to come here and defend him, bro. How do you know he was calling him?
You can defend him all day long.
Please explain to me.
How you gonna explain? How you gonna explain? Everybody, Tyson Fury managed to get on the interview. Okay, Deontay Wilder managed to get on this interview. Eddie Hearn managed to call in the man's manager or promoter. But how the hell does this man not get on there?
How did they not get the president?
Does his cell phone?
I don't know, man. There was one.
Is his cell phone broke? Is his cell phone broke? How you gonna explain that?
Coach, put it this way. Have a think about it. Everyone that was there, okay, except for Tyson Fury, was in England. Isn't that right?
In the UK.
Everyone was in the US.
Eddie Hearn was in the US.
Eddie Hearn was in the US. He's there to promote the Danny Jacobs and Arias fight. Okay. There's no two-way thing where they're just going over there hanging out with each other and trying to say, we're going on the Boxing Voice, man.
Where was Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury's on coke, cuz he'll call from anywhere. you know what it's like, man. The guy is buzzing, he's beaming, bro. He'll call from anywhere.
Hey, MBT, man, don't come on here with all that stuff, man. Come on, man.
MBT. Ain't it a shame though that the man who high on coke? That's a shame that's the only guy that will fight Deontay Wilder, because you got your boy Joseph. Do you smell what the Rocket and Parker? We can't even find him, man. Hell, let's send him. Let's send him his guy.
Joseph Parker has a better resume than Deontay Wilder as it currently
stands. No, he
don't. Okay? He does. Yeah, he does. Cole, hey, I think.
What does he have on his resume?
I think.
What does he have on his resume?
I think what we just proved a couple of weeks ago is that Carlos Tuckham would be the best name on Deontay's resume, period. Okay? Fury, undefeated. Okay? Andy Ruiz, undefeated. Top contenders, man. Just those three names on its own.
Top contenders? What the hell? Fury, that's the worst of the two Fury. Stop it, man. Come on, man.
That's not a bad that's not a bad second Fury to be a Fury to, you know what I mean? That ain't
Okay,
bad,
and then
man. We're talking about Tyson Fury.
And then you got Andy Ruiz Jr. Who is him, man? The guy with the punching bag with the titties. That's another one.
Punching bag with titties. Have you seen how fast his hands are, Coach? Have you seen how fast? How are you going to explain? How are you going to explain those hand speed?
I don't care how fast his hands are. He got his ass whooped, okay, by a guy.
No, it was a close fight. It was close.
Close fight. Some people thought he won.
No. A lot of people thought he won.
A lot of people thought Ruiz won. I wasn't one of them, but a lot of people. That's fine. That's fine. But I'm saying a lot of credible people thought Ruiz won. It was close.
Yeah.
Nah, I thought Parker won that fight.
It was a kind of fight that goes either way. It was the kind of fight that went either way.
Okay, let me ask you this.
What do you got to say?
I'm gonna ask you this. How do you think? How do you think Wilder does against? How do you think Wilder does against Andy Ruiz Jr.? How do you think Wilder do against that guy?
I think he's going to get thoroughly outboxed until he gets stopped. It'll take him a while to be able to punch through those combinations. He'll be able to stop him, but he'll be getting outboxed a lot more soundly than Joseph Parker was, and it wouldn't be up for debate on who's winning on the cards. But eventually, Deontay Wilder will set up that right hand and land it on him. I definitely think he can stop him. I don't think he can beat you. I don't think Deontay Wilder can beat Yuri Fury. I think he can beat Carlos Takam. I don't think he can beat Yuri Fury. He's not going to be able to land.
MBT. Hold on. Coach.
That's stupid.
Go.
That's stupid.
MBT.
Come on.
Please, man. Stop.
What, man?
You said Huey Fury.
The best
MBT. Bro. MBT. MBT.
I'm going to have to be the voice of moderation here, apparently.
Hold on, MBT. I respect your boxing mind, brother. But come on, Huey Fury.
Huey Fury does have skills. He does have skills.
He ain't gonna be able to beat no.
Huey Fury, man. Oh, you talking about what? In his last fight, the fight that he just barely won?
Listen here, the only Fury that can give Wilder a chance is Tyson Fury. Fury ain't gonna be able to do it, bro.
Do you know how old Yuri Fury is, man? 22 years old, just fought for a title. A lot of people thought he won the best foot speed in the heavyweight division, the best foot speed by far. You're talking about a guy, man, that's 22 years old, hasn't developed his man strength.
He'll get his ass knocked out. Look, he'll get stressed out by Deontay Wilder, man. He'll get stressed out. And he'll get stressed out so damn fast. It won't even be funny, man.
Hey, Huey. I'm not Huey. MBT. Huey Fury. He didn't even believe in his punching power against Joseph Parker. He was lying to Joseph Parker for right hands all night and was scared to let his hands go. He's a
mover. So is what happened? What happened with Tyson Fury and Vladimir Klitschko? What do you think he was really going for the KO?
He ain't gonna be able to move his way. He's not gonna be able to move his way to a victory on no Deontay Wilder.
NBT's right though, but NBT's fundamental point is right.
Look, man, he can say whatever you want about that. Look, Huey Fury, 22, and look, man, this guy who struggled with Joseph, do you smell what the Rock is cooking Parker, as y'all said. Look,
Joseph Parker's not food.
Look, man, Joseph Parker is food.
Look.
He's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get knocked out, and he might get knocked into a coma. Stop.
I'm gonna tell you like this here, MBT. Caballero might have a better chance against Wilder than Huey Fury.
Caballero, man, come on, man.
No,
I
did not just hear. No.
Hey, if Caballero has a chance, man, so does Dillian White, and I don't agree with that. Caballero going to be one of those decent contenders.
Huey Fury cannot. He won't beat Deontay Wilder. Stop it.
He will beat him. I guarantee it. Especially if it happens in 2 years. Give him 2 years of development. It's all there.
Doubt it.
Now you're talking more sense, NBT. I was going to say the Huey Fury that fought Joseph the Rock Parker. No. He's getting knocked out.
You guys have to understand this, man. All these guys that are getting into these close fights.
He is coming off of blood disease. Just so people know if they don't know.
Hey, look. Tyson Fury gonna have to deal with these young boys like the Bai and all those guys is coming up. That's what he need to worry about.
I was talking about Huey Fury, but go on.
You know what I'm talking about. I be getting them. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
That dude ain't doing coke. His nostrils big too, man. Shit.
Man.
Let me tell you something about these guys, man, that you're all criticizing them for, man, especially when they're young in their career. Everyone's calling Joseph Parker food, right? Because he's had 3 tough fights against Andy Ruiz, Carlos Takam, and Yuri Fury. They're all tough fights. However, this is either you want to be a great promoter and make your fighter look amazing, or you give him great experience. You're talking about 3 different guys that gave Joseph Parker 3 completely different looks. The best heavyweight hand speed in the division in Andy Ruiz, the best foot speed in the heavyweight division when it comes to Yuri Fury, and then you've got Carlos Takam, who's always been the most solid B-plus level fighter and always never gone down without a fight. And Joseph Parker was able to adjust on all 3 of them. Yuri Fury, he was able to cut off the ring. You know what I mean? Carlos Takam, he was the only guy that can match Joseph Parker's hand speed. So he actually beat him with his jab. And Carlos Takam was being extremely aggressive. And Joseph Parker showed the ability to fight off the back foot. This is showing versatility.
MBT, I just got one question about that. Why is Joseph Parker not fighting? How you going to explain that?
Joseph Parker's been a champion less than Deontay Wilder was.
No. That's not what I said.
Listen.
Why is Joseph Parker not fighting?
You did make a good point, MBT, but yeah.
He's still got a better resume than Deontay Wilder, whether you like it or not. I'm telling you, Carlos Takam
Doesn't
is
matter.
better than.
Why don't he want to fight?
Why didn't in 2016 Sherry Fingers, the promoter of?
We're deviating from the point. We're deviating from the point, and what the point MBT was trying to make was that Joseph Parker's not food. He's made some good points in that regard, in my opinion.
But hold on, I want to get to that point. I want to talk about this blown
Drop
up.
the mic, Mr. Doc. I couldn't hear you. Drop the mic. Come on, man. What's going on?
Let me talk about.
I said we're deviating from the point, and the point was NBT doesn't believe Joseph Parker is food, and I thought he made a couple good points in that regard. That's all.
And let me get on that real quick, Coach. Let me talk about this blown up cruiserweight real quick. Joseph Parker. Yeah, check this out, man. But I got to give the Rock his credit. I do kind of believe if he can get past, I kind of feel like he can beat Joshua. To be honest with you, I think Joshua's a bum. I kind of feel like
no, man, no.
Whoa! Holy!
Why would you take credit away from Deontay Wilder if you're going to be right, bro?
Man, look, man.
The Rock is not beating Joshua.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why.
He has a very good chance.
There's no other fighter in the heavyweight division that's gonna let Joshua off the hook for no 3 rounds, bro. It just don't work that way. It don't work that way, man. I don't know what Klitschko was going through, but ain't nobody else gonna let him off the hook, man. He getting knocked out. Joshua got a style where he finna slip up in this next 5 fights. He been and took an L. I guarantee you.
All I want to know.
Don't forget about Joseph Parker's chin too. He's never been dropped as an amateur or apparently in sparring. And he's never been dropped in the pros too. He's got an excellent chin, and I think he showed that in the Carlos Takam fight too.
He would get dropped when he
okay.
I think Joshua,
man, Takam ain't got no power, man.
I think Parker.
One at a time.
He get in there with Parker, he getting dropped. I mean, he get in there.
I think Parker would be a tougher fight for Joshua than what he think, man. I do. I think
it's a 60-40 fight. Yeah.
I think it'd be tougher than what people think, man. To be honest with you, man.
I agree.
I don't trust Joshua's chin at all.
I mean, I just don't know. Like, why these guys? Here's my thing. No, my only question is, because y'all gonna bring up the business end and this. Okay.
Quiet there.
I mean, why does a cokehead have the guts? Why does a bum who ain't fought for 3 years have the guts to step in there against Deontay Wilder? That's my question.
Wait, what?
Is my mic muted? What the hell?
It's cutting in and out.
Yeah, it was cutting in and out, Coach.
It must have fell out. Hold on. I'm gonna plug it back in, man. Okay, let me see. What about now? Let me see this.
That's better.
My only thing is, I said, hey, so if Joseph Parker, all these guys just so good, why are they not fighting Wilder? That's the only thing I want to know. If, why is it that a crackhead, as you call him, in Tyson Fury, and a bum in the Marines Tavern who overweight that all these people saying, got the guts to get in there and fight Deontay Wilder? What's going on? Why didn't I fight?
Why do you think Tyson Fury is my favorite heavyweight when he was healthy? I knew that in him. Don't forget about his resume. Just before he fought Vladimir Klitschko, he fought Derek Chisora twice, Steve Cunningham, Kevin Johnson. He tried to fight David Haye twice. I know that about Tyson Fury, but unfortunately, Coach, 99% of the boxers in 2017, that's just the way that is, Coach. You know what I mean? That's
the
just
whole
the way that is
top 30 is guilty as far
you got guys
at heavyweight.
Yeah.
That's not answering the question, man. That's not. Look, again, I'm gonna ask it again. Why is Tyson Fury got enough guts to say?
Okay, I'll rephrase it.
I want this. Nah,
because
man. No.
None of them are fighting each other.
Tyson Fury wants to fight.
Only Tyson Fury has been consistent from fight to fight basis.
Yeah, Tyson Fury is the exception that proves the rule. I'm not saying you're wrong.
That's not answering the question. I'm saying, why don't they want to fight Wilder? That's the question again. I'm going back to it.
Oh, they're going to put Eddie Hearn as a promoter is going to put that shit off as long as he can. That's promoter 101, boxing promoter 101.
What about Joseph Parker?
They're going to protect Joseph The Rock Parker for as long as possible, make as many movies as they can before he gets knocked out. Again, promoter 101. I'm not saying, again, you're not wrong. I'm just saying this is how they work. This is how this is boxing.
Now, I'm asking another question. Okay? Who hasn't Deontay Wilder knocked out?
Let me ask you a question. Let me reverse that.
Deflection.
Deflection. What Klitschko has
I answered.
What Klitschko has Deontay Wilder knocked out? That's all you ask yourself, man.
Wait a minute. What?
The question is what Klitschko has Deontay Wilder knocked out? Come on,
man. Klitschko didn't want Deontay Wilder, man. You know that.
Let's not fall into Wicker Man arguments. MBT and Trap House are both right. Let's not fall into that. That's.
I can be 33-6 with Deontay Wilder's resume. Come on, stop it.
But
I can be 33-6.
Okay. Can you technically get in there and knock those guys out? Can you get in there technically and knock out a Spilker? Can you knock out a Washington? Okay, can you get in there? Because let me tell you,
those are part of the six he's talking about.
I'm just trying to say.
Those are tough fights, man. Can we talk about that DJ Khaled guy that I uploaded? I can probably stop him in the 6th round if it was scheduled for 6. Just from fatigue. I'll dance around the ring, let him get tired, and let him quit on the corner. Dehydrated.
Let me go ahead and get you Triple H, because see, I never said Wilder had a good resume. See, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you what you hear what you want.
There's another guy that needs to jump on the panel.
Yeah, he need to, because see, you hear what you want to hear, man. And I never said Wilder had a great resume. Has anybody in here heard me say Wilder's resume is great? Okay,
that would be a negative.
No. Okay, but hold on. I'm just saying. I never said Wilder's resume. His resume, I never said it was great.
Yep.
And and for some reason, you guys missed the point. Not you guys on the panel, but you guys, y'all. What the hell do y'all have? Like hearing amnesia? When I tell you I'm a Tyson Fury fan, well, I don't believe that. I don't know why you. What's your Tyson Fury fan? What you mean?
The term is selective amnesia, Coach. They have selective amnesia.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, look, man, I got to get up out of here. But let me say one thing before I go, man. Let me clear this up. Let me correct this. Joshua ain't no bum. He's a decent fighter. He ain't no bum. I'm going to clear it up for the record. All right. I ain't gonna put him on the bum list, but he ain't my favorite. He's okay. He all right.
Who are you talking about, Trap House?
AJ. He's talking about AJ.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah,
you got to trash talk, man. You can call him a bum, man.
No, I don't like calling fighters bums, man. I know what it's like, being in there, man, and them cats don't be no bums, man. It take a lot to get in there to do that. Real talk. It ain't as easy as people think. I know that for a fact.
Well said, man. Well stated.
I'm gonna let y'all fellas, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate everybody. And
peace out.
It's good talking to you.
Trap House.
Yeah, man.
Peace out, brother.
Good, man. It's later, man. Definitely, we get it again. Tyson Fury will be back, MBT, and I don't care what you say. Tyson Fury will be back.
Oh shit! Here we go,
Coach. I'm just surprised this is coming out of you. Oh well, no, not really. Actually, I actually understand now why that's coming out of you, because you know with what you do with the community and how much you help people, that physically, mentally, psychologically, and intellectually, Tyson Fury has done no favors for himself in the last 2 years. Outside the ring, this is not a Mikey Garcia where he's been off for 2 years and he's been in the gym and working hard on his craft. Talking about a guy that's done every single part of the human life, in a destructive fashion. And you just expect him to come back, man. I just feel like this is the same story that, Mike Tyson had, you know what I mean? When he was in prison, you know what I mean? And when he comes back out, we're just going to be saying, man, if he was, 26 years old, if he was 22 back in those days, he would have killed this guy, he would have killed that guy. I just feel like the story's going to go that way, man. And I don't see him taking his drug addiction seriously, man. I mean, how are you going to post up on your Instagram a photo of yourself with Tony Montana, you know what I mean? Like photoshopped on his body and coca all around you. You know what I mean? Like the guy's not there yet. He hasn't given me signs to make me believe that he's actually going to come back in full health. So, I'm praying for him, Coach. I'm praying.
I do like the way Wilder has, I think, in my opinion, intentionally tried to motivate him.
I don't think MBT buying that one.
No, he's got a good point.
Oh, dang, he is buying that one. I don't.
Yeah, no, Mr. Doc's defending me, man, so I'm just going to go out of character a little bit.
Come on, man. I think Fury, look, if I'm going to be a Fury fan because, if I got faith, if I got it, he's going to return in the fashion that I need him. Listen. Come on, man.
Right,
Fury is going to be back.
We all hope you're right. We all hope you're right. What's funny is I believed in Tyson Fury before, like the majority of people believed in him. You know what I mean? I backed him against Klitschko just like Mr. Doc did. And, I called Richard Dwyer a little bit delusional when it comes to his predictions and how he views boxers. But I was with him on that one, man. And, but unfortunately now I'm backing against him, man. And it is what it is, but I'm hoping I'm wrong.
And I just want to point out that if anything, that fight between AJ and Vladimir validated Tyson Fury's performance against Vladimir. Because it proved that was not a shot fighter by any means.
The dudes were doing VADA, you know what I mean? The dudes were doing VADA. There's the only way a rejuvenated guy after 18 months is going to look back to his old self is by him juicing. So, it obviously validated that Tyson Fury just confused him. He didn't give him an off night. Just the feints that he was giving him, he hasn't seen it in his career. You know what I mean? Especially in his reign. I can't think of anyone that was giving him that foot. Yeah.
Yep. And the one thing that, if there's one thing that spooks Vladimir Klitschko, is it's punches you don't see coming. That's what's knocked him out.
I just want to also add, man, that Tyson Fury, just the mental state and how intelligent and how he prepares himself. Every person should take note on how he approached going to Germany to beat Vladimir Klitschko. This is a man that brought his own water on the plane, made sure he bought his own food, made sure he didn't eat any food there. He went into the ring 3 hours before the fight started. He jumped on the ring and it was bouncing around and it was like foamy, like a trampoline. And he went down underneath and he actually pulled off all the padding and he says, "What the hell is going on? This is way too much padding." They took out 4 inches of padding off the ring, where in general you should only have 2.5 inches in there. So to take out 4 inches, God knows how much they put in there. There's two reasons why they did that. One reason is Vladimir Klitschko actually, they tried to do it his side of the camp because he actually had an ankle injury, so he didn't want Tyson Fury to move too much. He wanted to be more flat-footed. And if Tyson Fury decided to move like they expected him to do, the extra foam in the ring was actually going to, it's like bouncing around on sand and it's actually going to tire him out. So that's what they were banking on.
For historical context, that's what they did to Ali and Zaire. They had a thick-ass, foam mattress, you know what I mean, kind of thing for a mat. It wasn't no kind of, and it was slanted. It was like on a hill.
I didn't know that one, man. Did they do that? Did they do that to try to?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Foreman was the A side, and then some.
Oh, really?
Yes, bro.
people thought the Suki bug or whatever they called it was the reason why.
The ropes that were all fucked up. Angelo Dundee was trying to tighten them. It was Foreman's camp that wanted them loose.
Wow.
Hey man, I feel rude, man. His keep at 100 is still in there, man.
I was just saying that to give historical context to what you're talking about. That this isn't just some, you know what I mean, conspiracy theory. It's something that has been done throughout time. Messing with the mat. Well, you know, some fighters like a thin fast track. Some fighters like the foam mattress. Like watch the Pulev fight, you'll notice their feet sink into the mat like they're on, you know, like on a bed or some shit.
Hey, so what you think about that, Troy?
I'm worried about Tyson Fury is the ring rust, you know, and once your body goes back to the ring, acclimated out for all the drug use and whatnot, how would that affect him in his ring return? I've always been a Fury fan, man, and I'm rooting for my boy to come back and do some damage in the heavyweight division. I've always thought that him, and don't laugh at me when I say this, guys, but I always thought him and Amir Mansour would be Deontay Wilder's one of their toughest tests. So just seeing him come back would be great. I
actually agree.
Yeah, a lot of people think on Amir Mansour.
There's nothing crazy for you to assume that, man, because I've always said, especially to DCB, I've spoken to him on the phone, if these heavyweights fight each other like Coach Shelton Harrison says they will, they're supposed to, each one of them would have 2 or 3 losses on their resume. Just stylistically, a lot of people are going to be, you know, hell for the other, and a lot of the other ones are going to be tailor-made for the others. So,
you know. Well, you know, that's just like Muhammad Ali could never beat Ken Norton Jr., man. He couldn't do it. You know, no matter how many times he tried, he just couldn't beat him, man. So, I mean, and, you know, you would think Muhammad Ali could beat Ken Norton, but he couldn't, man.
Beat him, but it was always razor-thin shit. Razor-thin shit. 2 split decisions and 1 unanimous 1-point decision. Harold Letterman, by the way, was involved in the third one. He was one of the judges for the third one.
Absolutely. That's your boy.
You just call Harold Letterman my boy.
just someone like Henry Cooper. Just someone like Henry Cooper, you'd never expect him to give him hell twice. You know what I mean? he pretty much did before he stopped him. And the first fight, you know, he needed you know, veteran tactics, if you'd like, from the trainer to be able to get through that fight.
If we're gonna go there and talk stylistically. I bet Coach Fry knows, and I'm sure MBT remembers. Guess who the one guy in the division, Foreman, out of his own mouth, says he avoided when he was champion in the 70s? Out of all the, you know, what's that?
I don't know. Who would that be? I really don't know.
Jerry Quarry.
Really?
Out of his own mouth.
Wow, I didn't know that.
George Foreman says, in his opinion, that was the best counterpuncher in the division. This is a division that included not just Muhammad Ali, but Jimmy Young, 2 of the most, you know, gifted counterpunchers of all time in the division, in my opinion.
Yeah, Jerry Corley would definitely, in today's era, he would be definitely one of the greats. A lot of people slept on him because of the era that he was in, but he was definitely a great fighter.
If it weren't for cuts, he gave other than getting cut, he gave Frazier hell twice. Those were great fights. Great fights.
Fights, man. Most definitely. Speaking of Ken Norton, I was watching.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was watching Ken Norton fight Larry Holmes the other night for 15 rounds and not a single clinch, man. Back in the day, they used to go to wars. You see that nowadays, but just the way that they fought was a whole different stylistic style, and I wish that we can bring back the hard grit era in the 70s and bring it to today's era.
You know what I'm going to bring up?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up this friggin' – hang on 1 second. The list to name some of those guys fought is ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous.
I mean, George Foreman versus Blonde Isle, that's one of the most craziest fights I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. When the second time Foreman goes down, he leaves a friggin' splotch on the mat like the movie Bloodsport. When he loses his teeth. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Okay, man.
That's your boy. That's your boy,
now who's my boy? I got to keep track here.
Well, you know, you're
hey, that's what happens, man. If Joseph Parker gets knocked out in one round against Deontay Wilder, all of a sudden he's my boy. You know what I mean? That's just the way it works.
Oh man, I'm gonna make me
see going down from an uppercut, trying to attempt a rock bottom.
Dan, the man in the building.
Oh, okay, yeah, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Dan.
Hey, man, have I ever reminded you that, Dan, you are the man? The man. Don't you forget that, bro. Don't you forget that. He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Yeah, okay. So I think everybody addressed that, what Eddie Hearn was doing. But I don't know, man. I'm still like, it's kind of like I'm not used to hearing a fighter. I guess I'm not used to hearing a fighter, okay? I'm not used to hearing a fighter say, I'm going to wait to fight this guy. Like, I'm kind of, so I grew up, man. I watched some fights in the 80s. I watched them in the 90s. In the 80s, I was a little kid, man. Then, and I'm like, oh, okay. These guys, they called each other out, even if they didn't want to fight, man.
In that regard,
they still called each other out.
Yep, I agree about this completely. What you're saying right here.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. Just because I was like pro Joshua, man. I was like, yeah, man, Joshua the man. This is a 50-50 fight, and it's like now, man, I'm kind of like, well, damn, man. Okay, so you're saying the guy you're gonna fight him in 2019? Hey, is that just to keep the fans on the hook? But deep down, they're really gonna fight him in 2018. But then when he said it again, man, or it said something similar to it, I'm like, what the hell, man? Come on, man, you're a fighter, man. Call this dude out, tell him you're not afraid, and say you're gonna get in there and you're gonna, you pretty much gonna thump his ass. I mean, like that's what I was waiting on Joshua to say, man. And man, it's kind of frustrating, man.
It took me a second, like guys. I want to run through this real quick. Somebody brought up Ken Norton Sr. Okay, his son played football for the 49ers. He had 36 fights in the decade. I'm only going to talk about the 10 years of the 70s, right? Yep. In that decade, he had 36 fights. Here's the names that stand out. Okay, and I'm just counting wins and losses. We're just going through the names. Most of them wins, just not for nothing. Jose Luis Garcia, Henry Clark, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Boone Kirkman, prospect undefeated at the time, Jerry Quarry, Jose Luis Garcia again, Ron Stander, Larry Middleton, Muhammad Ali again, Dwayne Bobbick, undefeated prospect, Lorenzo Zanon, Jimmy Young, Randy Stevens, another prospect, Ernie Shavers, hardest puncher of all time in terms of one-punch power, Scott Ledoux. Poor man's, what's his name, George Chuvalo. So, and that's like 20 fights out of 36. Do you see where I'm going here?
Oh, yeah, I see that. That's a solid resume already.
Hey, with just 10 years of his career. And what I'm saying is he had more fights out of 36 fights. He had over 2/3 of them were against credible opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, the thing is, man, I just want to go back to what Coach was saying and then over the top with Mr. Doc on how impressive these guys' resumes are. Unfortunately, back then, boxing was the sport. You have to understand that. Now it's really deteriorated all the way to being a business. And I say that because back then...
yes. Some kids can't... For people that are young enough that, find this unbelievable, think boxing was king over the NFL and the NBA.
Exactly.
Monday Night Football got its music from friggin' Howard Cosell in the fights.
Yes,
exactly. And that's the reason why it was like any other sport, like the basketball. You know what I mean? People would love to see the Golden State Warriors play the Cleveland Cavaliers over anything else. That ticket sale is always going to sell better. Unfortunately, now, in order to market a fighter, you need to build him a popularity base, and it just all becomes from where you live and what you've done. If you've been a celebrity, an ex-football player, and you've already got a fan base, and you've got to keep building that and try to market them. Back then, we didn't have to do all that. It was just be the best, and you're going to get the opportunities. Of course, going back, obviously with the racism that was happening, a little bit earlier than that, there was obviously the Black Murderers Row that was never going to get their chance. But after that was breaking through into the 70s or so, you know what I mean, where it started to calm down, boxing was about the best fighting the best, and all the best fighters were always the biggest cash cows. So that's why the best fights was always able to be made, you know what I mean? Now it's all about low risk, high reward and blah, blah, blah. And it's disgusting, man. But
Yeah,
hey, man.
The resumes today are the inverse, okay, of what they were in the 70s. Okay, like for instance, we'll take a guy like, here we go. Where is he? No. Someone already knows. Here we go. Leon Spinks, right? Leon Spinks only had 10 fights in the 70s. Harry Coetzee was the heavyweight champion at one point. Muhammad Ali twice. Alfio Rigetti in the eliminator to get the Ali fight. Scott Ledoux, Pedro Augusta. Okay? And that guy was a champion. But you know what I mean? He's not considered one of the greatest, you know what I mean, ever, if you follow. Meanwhile, you got like Ron Lyle, 44 fights. Okay. Buster Mathis Sr., Larry Middleton, Jerry Quarry, Gregorio Peralta, Jose Luis Garcia, Jurgen Blinn, Larry Middleton, Peralta again, Oscar Bonavina, Jimmy Ellis, Boone Kirkman, Jimmy Young, Muhammad Ali, Ernie Shavers, George Foreman, Jimmy Young again, Joe Bugner, Stan Ward, Scott Ledoux. So that's 19 out of 44 fights. 44 fights in a decade. Think about that. 4.4 fights a year. 4.4 fights a year.
That was the way it was working, man. You know, that's the way it was working.
Yeah.
See,
it wasn't the what do you call it? It wasn't the journeyman with these huge lists of quality names. Whereas when I go to the modern dudes, that's what I see. I see guys like freaking, Derek Chisora's got the best resume of all time right now. I mean, not of all time, but of right now.
You know what's really destroying the sport, though? You know what's really destroying the sport? Like, we can't deny these sanctioning bodies. They're just absolutely killing it, man. Like, no one knows who the champion is.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know what I mean? There used to be a time back in the 70s, you walk into a bar and you would know who the heavyweight champion is. Now you walk into a bar and all of a sudden this guy's coming in going, I'm the heavyweight champion. This other guy comes in, no, what are you talking about, man? I'm the heavyweight champion. Oh, what heavyweight champion are you? Oh, WBC. I'm WBA. There's some other guy comes in and goes, you're WBA? What sort of WBA are you? I'm super. Oh, I'm regular. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, there's the interim buddy over there, the WBA interim title. Then all of a sudden the IBF and the freaking WBO, and then all of a sudden we're, headed to the direction of sanctioning the IBO. Like, it's getting ridiculous, man. And this is the sort of thing that, we can't, like, at least if people are ducking each other, at least we know who the best is. You know what I mean? We got one champion. You have to go see him, and we can only criticize him for not fighting the top contenders at all time. But it doesn't work like that anymore, and the fans are getting sick of it time by time. And we've all of a sudden polluted it as being a business by far first, and it's sad. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, it is. Yeah, man, it's a freaking business, man. That's all this is now. And and what is this guy, man? Look.
Okay, to NBT's point, right? We had we got a troll.
No. I'm just saying, what really. People.
I thought Koala Man popped up, Coach.
No, damn Koala Bear, man. I slapped the hell out of him. But no, man, these guys in the past, man, they really did fight for legacy, man. They really did. They truly did. They fought for a legacy. And it's like, now, man, these guys, they don't really care about a legacy, man. And it's kind of sickening, man, how these guys don't care about that. I was always told, man, and Tyson did it. For your legacy, the money comes if you fight for legacy. You're going to get paid. But these guys, man, they scared to take a loss because they got these ridiculous fans who, and I'm sorry to say, in the case of Anthony Joshua, you got a lot of fans defending, well, he shouldn't fight Wilder. He just shouldn't fight him. But that's the fight everybody talking about. Why not? It's the fight I want now, I don't care. I'm not worried about their pockets. I'm a fight fan. I was sitting in front of my TV watching boxing. When you're watching a fight, do you care about how the venue get made? Do you care about how much they're paying the damn ring announcer? Do you care how much they're paying the ring girls? Do you care about that shit when you're watching a fight? No, you don't. You care about the two people in the ring fighting. That's what we care about as fans. We don't, and nothing else. I'm sorry. I can't money. I can't count it. It's important, I guess, to an extent. But if you're a fight fan don't care about that stuff. The casuals don't. They don't care.
I agree, Coach. I'm not going to defend the people that don't want to see AJ and Wilder. However, as far as this whole business side and the fans sticking their nose into that sort of side of the, of the boxing where it really let's face it, it comes first, because the fight doesn't get made until the business has been agreed on. So, you know, I'm not defending people that don't want to see AJ and Wilder, but I mean, I personally don't care. I personally don't care if the fighters don't make money or how much they make, and if they're going to give us the fight. For me, I don't care. But in saying that, I understand that they also got an occupation, and they need to get paid and be contemplated for it on a decent fashion. You know what I mean? And you know, if Eddie Hearn offers Deontay Wilder 10%, and then, you know, Deontay Wilder comes, I refuse to fight because he only offered me 10%. I'm going to end up defending Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean? Because he's obviously lowballed him, you know what I mean? So, you know, I personally don't mind people like trying to say, because some people do lowball and outprice themselves in certain situations, because that's their way of saying, I offered you the fight, but you turned it down, and you can smell their bullshit. But as far as the fans not wanting to see AJ and Wilder and the best fight the best, like, I got no defense to it whatsoever, you know what I mean? But personally, I don't care. I don't make this money. They're not putting it in my account or whatever the case is. And it's not like, you know, I'm ever going to make fun of a guy just because, you know, Anthony Joshua makes $20 million fighting Carlos Takam, and Deontay Wilder will be able to make $1 million to $1.5 million. And it's not like I can ever make $1 million to $1.5 million in 36 minutes. So it's just, you know, I want the fighters to get what they're worth also on top of that. But the best have to fight the best, you know what I mean? And you can also smell bullshit with certain offers that promoters make to a fighter to try to get out of the fight by saying he ducked me, instead of me trying to, you know, outprice myself. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean,
these promoters need to come up off the money.
Is D-Style in here yet, man? I sent the link to D-Style, man.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be cool.
I already emailed it, man, but you know, can't have that bootleg email, D-Style. Come on,
yeah,
man.
it took that bootleg email. It took me a while to receive my email too.
Yeah, I don't know. So I sent the link twice, man. Good grief, man. Well, and, you know, D-Style, you may miss the boat on this one, man. I was waiting for you, man, because you know, but it was you know, there was a lot of hangouts today, a lot of hangouts talking about this same thing. So I think we're definitely helping building the fight. And I think that whole thing that Wilder's not big or people don't know who he is, I think that's garbage too. I think that's garbage. I think people do know who he is. And I think that the fight, I think it's big now. And I think people are waiting because, see, I don't want what happened with, you know, I know when Oscar De La Fishnets was talking about, you know, hey, in 2015, yeah, we'll make that fight in 2017. You know, and I felt like in 2015, I felt Golovkin was still very formidable. You know, but now 2017, yeah, he probably has lost a step. And I could say that Triple G is fighting better opponents now, but you know, still, I still think the man lost a step. Yeah, because when he was 33, he was a better fighter at 33. But you know what? He's 35 now. The guy's not the 36. Same fighter, man.
He did, like I said, the thing that jumps out at me is he doesn't shift stances to cut the ring anymore. He doesn't slide his feet. You know what I'm trying to say, Coach?
Yeah.
You can probably explain it better.
That's standard with age, though, Mr. Doc. You know, very, very common with age. You know?
Yeah, like it's not. You
know,
I agree. And they try, and I see this happening with Wilder, man. They doing
this. What's up? You're blocked, D-Style. Oh, sorry.
Well, it's
but D-Style, you don't understand, D-Style.
Oh, he's picking on him. Oh, he's picking on him.
But you don't understand. Look, you know, guys, I actually hear an echo, but something that I kind of didn't even recognize or didn't catch yesterday that it just hit me right now. If you guys listen to the Boxing Voice interview, Eddie Hearn made very clear that he hasn't talked to Deontay's Wilder's people. He hasn't heard from them. He even said he doesn't know who to contact. He said everybody knows who to contact if you want to fight with AJ. You contact me. I'm his promoter. And he went on about how Lou DiBella promotes events at Wilder's End, but he's not really his promoter. He doesn't know who to call. This, that, and the third. But I'm just that's kind of odd to me because wasn't it a couple months ago that supposedly Eddie Hearn offered Joshua's people $3 million to fight Dillian White?
Oh man.
The only thing I got to say.
Sorry. That. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're all right. Go for it, Mr. Doc.
I said what I wanted to. It's the point's made.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man. Like, look, I'm all cool with the offer. It completely makes sense, and he does build the fight if it's going to be one fight off. But I still, the only thing I've got to say about Eddie Hearn with yesterday on the Boxing Voice is, I still question his reasoning for why he can't put it on a 2-fight contract. I still struggle to understand why he doesn't want to do that. I still can't wrap myself around it, because you're talking about a guy that he's managing. Apparently he's not promoting, but he's still managing. Obviously, he's trying to make the Deontay Wilder fight. And then you got, you're saying that Dillian Whyte is going to be the guy that hypes up the AJ fight. So I don't understand why you can't make the winner fight Anthony Joshua next. I mean, just because they don't like each other, it doesn't make sense to me.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out how he supposedly, try to negotiate a $3 million deal. Because this is what a lot of people are saying. Wilder, he clearly ducked Dillian Whyte. They offered him $3 million. He doesn't want to fight him. I just want to know how he did that. If he admitted live on the air that he doesn't know who to call. That's my point. See where I'm going with this? Like, how do you make this offer? Because I remember when people were telling me this, I said, yeah, according to Eddie Hearn. But look, it's not the first time fighters have said, I haven't heard shit from Eddie Hearn. Like, Eddie Hearn's going telling people that's what he offered, but that's not a real offer. So I just found that interesting.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, hold on, man. Comment section, dude. Yeah, Angela Unstoppable Lee just flipped her car, man. Man, from my man Roger Allen.
That's another page out of good old Promoter 101.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to make a video about this soon, man. I'm gonna get off here. But okay, so I realistically think this fight gonna happen, man. Like, honestly, man.
Look, Coach, I want it to happen next year for sure. Is it gonna happen? I don't think so. And maybe that's just the pessimist in me, because that's what the sport of boxing does to you.
We beat me too.
I'm a believer. I'm personally a believer. I think we're one fight away, man. I'm optimistic it will happen next year.
Well, they only fight like once a year, so like
they're fighting twice these days, almost. Yeah. Depending on injury or whatever.
I can stretch my credulousness enough to go with that, to a fight away. Yeah, I think Hearn tries to squeeze a double header out of it, and then get the fight we want.
That's the most logical thing to do, Mr. Doc. You know what I mean? That's the most logical thing to do, man. I find it very, the atmosphere is a lot more crazier if you put them both on the same card. And you can put a Deontay Wilder in the UK, you know what I mean, on the co-main event. And that just amps it up, you know what I mean? That amps it up. And that way Deontay Wilder can go have a shower, come back and sit to the main event and start talking shit. Just like David Haye and Tony Bellew did, you know what I mean? Danny Green and Roy Jones Jr. did, where they were both fought on the same card, or at least they were in the same venue and they were talking shit. That really amplifies the fight, man. And, that's the most logical way of going about it. And that way, if you got them on the same card, it's more likely it's going to happen next. You know what I mean? Because they're talking so much shit, and you're not going to let the fans down.
And NBT Boxing, to a point you made earlier, if it's in the contract that if Wilder beats Dillian Whyte, then the fight is on, that's going to bring a lot of interest to the fight, right? A lot more people are going to watch it just because of that. So why not? Plus, I know a lot of people are like, oh, how could he put that in the contract? And look, I remember when Vladimir Klitschko used to put in the contract, believe it or not, he used to put in the contract that if you beat me, you have to grant a rematch to a Klitschko, meaning him or his brother, right? Mm-hmm. So like, if you beat me, you got to fight my older brother, right? He used to put that in the contract. So it's not like it can't be done, right? So.
Well, that all makes sense now. I know why Vitaly Klitschko was pissed off after Anthony Joshua whooped on his little brother. and he looks like he's contemplating on coming back out of retirement at the age of 46 to beat Anthony Joshua. It all adds up to me now, man.
Yeah. Well, didn't he beat up somebody for who was it? Corey Sanders?
Twice. Corey Sanders and Mr. Doc, help me out. Who's the other one? There's two guys. Yes, Lamont Brewster. That's right, correct. Both of them guys. He actually avenged both his brothers' losses.
This dude really, if they really put this shit, like people don't know that, but they actually put that shit in the contract. Now, if you beat me, you got to fight my older brother.
You can't make this shit up.
You know, it's getting ridiculous, man.
You gotta fight my big
It's getting ridiculous. You know? and I see why people don't like Eddie Hearn, man. I see why they don't like him. You know, but you know, he's put on some good fights in the past, man. That's why I don't get it. You know, Eddie Hearn has put on some real good fights in the past, you know? And it's like, man. And it's not like Joshua's stock going, drop if he were to lose. I mean, do you guys think his stock would drop if he actually lost to Wilder?
He'd still draw over there. He might not draw 90,000. He might draw only quote unquote 60 or 50,000.
I don't think his stock will drop at all.
Let's put it this way: the ramifications for losing are way less for him. Would that be fair to say?
Man, it's just one. It's one fight. If he would lose, it's just one. Like I don't know, man. We got these guys afraid to lose. Like,
don't forget about Bernard. Yeah. Don't forget about Bernard Hopkins. He had 2 opportunities where he had a 2-fight deal, and both of those fights got devalued before the next fight was supposed to occur. Oscar De La Hoya, obviously, even though he won that fight, the majority of people believe that he got a robbery win, and that devalued the fight between Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya. And then you also got the fight later on into the career where Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins were supposed to meet next, and Bernard Hopkins fought in America the day before that. He won his fight. Roy Jones Jr. tried to come to Australia to fight Danny Green for a big money paycheck, and he ended up getting knocked out in the first round. So that kind of devalued the fight. So you're playing, it could build the fight. It could build the fight, but it can also damage it at the same time. It's still risky. That's why we're not going to be talking about 3 fights down the track. If you're going to try to do this and try to build it up.
De La Hoya Hopkins, after that Stavern performance by De La Hoya, which he did lose, but they gave him the decision. It was still the first middleweight fight to probably, I think, the only middleweight fight. Actually, let me take that back. But it was the first middleweight fight to do over 1 million buys. So it didn't really hurt the fight all that much, I don't think.
Wow.
Well, I think it's all about momentum, and
look at Pacquiao. Pacquiao got knocked out to a whole other universe by Juan Manuel Marquez, and they still broke the record. Him and Floyd.
Yeah, I understand that, but that was 3 fights down the track or 4 fights down the track. You know what I mean? We're talking about form. He came back from a Chris Algieri performance. You know what I mean? Going into that with the momentum with the Chris Algieri.
Right. Yeah. Well, then all they got to do is if Wilder knocks him out, like Pacquiao, Marcus and Pacquiao style, he just 2-3 fights down the line, he'll, I'm assuming
we're playing risky, man. It's too risky, man. If you ask me, yeah. I think one fight is maximum, man, and that's that. I'm with you, Deontay. I'll prefer it to be next, but I'm saying I do believe it can be built a little bit bigger if we're talking business. And I don't like to talk about it.
I'm pretty sure we all want it next, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we do as fans, man. We do, and that fight has to be next, man. Because see, the thing of it is, man, your diehard fans, they're going to talk about your fights, and it's almost like these promoters, man. They're shooting themselves in the foot, man. They're shooting themselves in the foot when they keep doing this. Like, okay, well, let's let the fight marinate, and that's a favorite word that they like to use, marinate. Well, okay, so if you give us a good fight now, we see the fight. We get excited about the fight. Hey, why don't you take our money again? Let's do a rematch. And these same loyal fans that saw the first fight, because it's going to be a good fight, guess what we're going to do? We're going to buy the fight again. And we're going to lace your pockets again. Why? Because we're going to appreciate you actually giving us the fight that we want to see when we want to see it. Like, and that Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, man, I wasn't excited about that crap. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, for what? What was I excited about? But with the fight that should have happened, 5 years before, 5 years before it happened? Nah, man, I'm not trying. I got sick of the Pactars and the Flomos and all that stupid crap. I got tired of hearing that mess, man. Because
plus, you could argue it hurt the sport more than it helped the sport at the end.
I think it did. It killed the pay-per-view model as we know it. It killed it, you know, because people was like, crap, this is what we get. And I'm not, you know, Floyd, you know, he did what he always does. He boxed, you know. The guy's not he wasn't, in his older days as Money Mayweather, he wasn't a knockout artist, man. So, hey, it is what it is, you know. We knew this. We knew what was going to happen in this fight. We knew many times.
That's where I think D-Style's going with this. Expectations. What we want and what we expect are two different things.
Well, look, everything's a checks and balance. Look, managers and promoters are already trying to marinate stuff, and they're already looking after their fighters. They don't need fans helping them. You know, the public, the fans should be demanding the fights ASAP. Period. Like, there's no other way around it. If we don't demand the fights, then it's economics 101. Like, demand. You know, it's the way of the wind. Like, you know, like we need to demand the fights. If we have fans saying, but you know, you don't understand. It's a business, you know. If
you're blocked.
Man, listen, there's only so much you can marinate, man. There's only so much you can marinate. I think AJ and Wilder is due, man. I don't want another Manny Pacquiao. It's like Big Baby Miller says, man, you know. There's only so much protein you can take. You don't need no more protein. That's it. You don't need to marinate this thing anymore, man. You don't need to marinate this thing anymore. There's only much you can do, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one more fight. I agree. One more fight.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, man. You know, like, and DCB brings out a great point. Wilder hasn't fought anyone. AJ is someone. Let's make the fight. And he's right, because if you think about it, sorry, there's a bit of an echo. If you think about it, there's an echo going on. I don't know why. It's not from my end.
No, it's not for me because
he muted himself. Yeah.
No, okay. I was just going to say, like, AJ and Wilder with their only, it's actually beneficial for both, because even though, yes, we do agree that the Klitschko win for AJ is better than anything any current heavyweight has done, it's still got that little, you know, that little doubt in a lot of people's mind by saying this guy's come off an 18-month layoff, he's coming off a loss, you know what I mean, and all that sort of stuff. And Deontay Wilder's straight in his prime, 39-0, knocked out every opponent that he's been in the ring with. So that can shut off the critics for AJ. And then when it comes to Deontay Wilder, but I'm sorry, man, like, let's just look around the heavyweight division as it currently speaks. Only AJ will give him that recognition that he's not a hype job, that he's actual, you know, off balance and, you know, out of characteristic, you know, hands and all that sort of stuff actually works in the elite level. Because Joseph Parker, according to a lot of people, is food. You know what I mean? He's apparently lost at least 1 to 3 fights in a lot of people's minds. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury has been off, you know, for 2 years, out of shape. He's not going to get the same credit for beating Tyson Fury. You got Luis Ortiz, where apparently he was the best available opponent until Deontay Wilder signed up to fight him. Then he became 45 years old. Then he had blood thinning medication that they caught on him. Then he became 65 years old. So if he ends up fighting him in 6 months, he might be 112 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's fix this fight like we did the last man, where with the second he started having fun and talking shit.
And Wilder told him don't mess this up, man. And what did he do? He messed it up. That's what Luis Ortiz does. Luis Ortiz is
there's no conspiracy, coach. I don't know where people are saying all this conspiracy. Did you or did you not take blood thinning medication? You admitted you took it. So there's no conspiracy. A conspiracy is that he said, I didn't take it, and maybe they just said they planted it on his test or something like that. There is no conspiracy. This guy filled out 11 medications that he was taking, but just coincidentally forgot to put the blood medication. There's no, you know.
Just by coincidence, the one that's a masking agent. Just a big coincidence.
Yeah, I mean, come on, D-Style. How many times have you ever got a form that's in French and you don't speak French and you just look at it and say, oh, well, I don't read French and I'm just going to throw that in the bin.
Look, man, you know what I mean? That whole I don't speak English shit did not work on me. It didn't work on me, right? It shouldn't have worked on anybody.
Even if it was the case. Right? Even if it was the case.
I'll just say, how you going to explain this?
What they have to explain is, speaking of explaining, how did they fill out the rest of the form without a problem? And how did they fill out the whereabouts form? How did they fill out the contract?
Is he stupid? I mean, he must be real stupid, man.
Well, they filled out the most difficult parts in English, but they couldn't fill out the part where you got to put high blood pressure medication or the name of the medication. That just so happens to have an illegal substance in it that's in the illegal substance list. But I've always said the same thing about Ortiz. Either he's a cheater or he's telling the truth and he's too unhealthy to fight and he should retire.
And then he had his big ass at the fight, man. If I was Wilder, I would have just like, come on, man, I'm gonna fight you on the street, man. Let's go. Because I would
have told him, let's get the IV for this guy.
Do you know when they put a close up on the camera to Luis Ortiz? It's funny that he doesn't know how to speak English, but he said it absolutely perfectly and fluently. He looked at Deontay Wilder and he just put his arms up in the air and he says, "I'm the champ. I'm the real champ. First of all, I don't know how you learn how to speak English, and second of all, how, Sway? You want to explain to me how you're the champ, bro? You know what I mean?" So, I need some explanations, man. Break it down for me.
Is my man Trey still here?
Yeah, exactly.
Was he a champion of?
I don't know. That's what he said to Deontay.
Wasn't he like Solis's like punching bag at one point?
Blood pressure medication champ.
Yeah, punching bag.
Go ahead, Trey. What's that, Trey?
It's going down, y'all. I'm still here. I just don't think, man, anybody's...
Give us your thoughts, bro.
Yeah, man.
I just really don't think, man, anybody wants to smoke with Wilder right now. It's going to be really hard to find somebody to beat him. I don't want this fight to be prolonged. I think 2019 has to happen. It has to happen. Whether it's going to be the summer or the fall, one more fight, then we'll just use the promotion. It's going to be a good international fight, whether it happens in the UK or America. But, yeah, it has to happen.
Did you say 19 or 18, Trent?
I'm sorry, 18. It has to happen next year in the summer.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yep. 19, man. I ain't gonna be excited. I'll talk about it, but I won't keep putting videos out about it because for what, man? For what? And then you know what? Let's go, man. Before we get off here, let's go into a couple other things, man. Like why? And I meant to ask this earlier, man. Why in the hell does God? I lost my train of thought. Boy, I'm thinking about 1,000 things. Okay, why is it that So I asked this yesterday, and I guess a couple of people couldn't do it. Like, what's the deal with I guess just us in America? With MBT, I know you're in Australia, but us in America, even with the LDBC, man, we just support Wilder, not because he's I guess the American champion, just like MBT, you support Joseph The Rock. Can you smell The Rock is cooking Parker? You support him.
He's from New Zealand, coach. That's like me. Yeah. Come on, coach. That's like me saying you're supporting someone from Canada, bro, just because it's in North America. Don't do that. I see Joseph Parker is legit. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
He's your champion. I'm just saying, he's your champion.
Jeff Horn. It's awesome, man.
Well, what is it, man? What is it, man? Like people, we just Wilder fanboys. We this. Come on, man. It's not. What? So you got to be fanboys because you support, the guy from where you from. Like, it just don't make sense, man. It don't make sense. Like, damn.
Coach, there's two different sports fans. Ones that don't care where they come from, and the other ones are just like the World Cup. They're going to support their country, and I've got no problem with that whatsoever.
Let's go Mexico.
Yeah, well, there you go. You know what I mean? For me, man, if I was so patriotic, why the hell am I not following the NBL, but I follow the NBA? You know what I mean? To me, I'm more of a fan when it comes to basketball. I follow players instead of teams and regions, But when it comes to boxing, I pick my region first. The only reason why I do that is because I want a big Australian fighter so I can attend more fights down here in Australia if they happen. So, there's nothing wrong with being either way a fan,
Let's be honest, though. If they didn't think Wilder was a threat, I don't think they would care that you were supporting Wilder. I think it's like the mix of both. I think it's the support for Wilder and the fact that whether they admit it or they don't, they feel a little threatened that Wilder might, put Joshua to sleep.
I agree. Because it is scary. It is scary because we're talking hella shit about him. The ones that don't believe in Deontay Wilder, we're talking hella shit about him. And if we're wrong about that, man, and it's just like, wow, just chuck the fundamentals out the window, and you know, we're blind. We're blind for our hatred, you know.
And by the way,
it's a lot of pressure.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember any anti-Deontay Wilder channel. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember any of them saying, "Oh, Severn's a bum. Wilder's gonna knock him out in 2 minutes." I don't remember none of them saying that. Nobody saw that coming. And I think
90% of I was going to say 90% of channels that I know, they said that he was just going to be fat. He's going to come out strong, and then Wilder will stop him between 6 to 8 rounds. That was the majority, you know.
Yeah,
prediction.
that was basically my prediction. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Ticket TV's in the building. 503 line in the building. Hey, y'all. Yo, I seen
Big Ticket at 503.
Big Ticket, man. Yeah, we've been on here for a couple of hours, man. Let me go ahead, man. 503. Hold on, man. Just send the link. I want to hear these guys' thoughts, man, before I get out of here, man. Now, let me see.
Absolutely.
503 and Ticket. All right, hold on, man. Let me send that, man. I'm about, boy. I was just about to say signing off, man, but nah, I got to hear what these guys think, man, because we got to get this in. Dude, it was epic, man. Hey, Ticket. Okay, the link 503. Let me get your email, man. I can hold on, man. I guess the old lady looking at me like I'm crazy, man, but that's okay. Anyone can put you to sleep, right? But you couldn't put me to sleep. Who is that? Sufami Dan? You couldn't put me to sleep, though. How about that right there? Okay. How about this? How about if I put my foot up your ass for talking that junk? How about if I do that?
Oh, Coach going in.
Yeah, keep talking that shit.
PG-13, Coach. PG-13.
Oh, PG-13 channel. Sorry.
You know, it's after 11 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
All right, Ticket TV, man. Hey, I gotta ask Ticket TV the question, man. And I don't ask everybody this question. Everybody mad about this question in the comments. Okay, tell me, where was Eddie Hearn for 12 minutes and 32 seconds when they was calling him out? Trying to figure out where he was doing that the Boxing Boys interview.
The guy that got the water had. I'm not sure what he might be off. But hey, beast out, man. What's up, man? I don't got no beef with you, homie. I heard the video today, man. I heard you know, listen, man. I want y'all to understand one thing. I never called no about the name. So I started up to answer the question. He kept talking around. So I didn't get answer at first. But I came back. So I actually told him to answer one of my questions. But he was talking around the other question so much. I didn't. So, you know, I respect your content, man. I respect everybody's content that's not on here disrespecting. But you guys gotta understand, I see a lot of these cats disrespecting, but never said anything negative about them ever. I see them in comment in chat rooms, never in comment section. Disrespecting myself, never they coach can verify all this. So I just want you guys to know, coming around here starting no trouble. I'm just a dude that's gonna end. You know what I'm saying? When I see that shit, I'm gonna address it. And so today I was hostile like I was because I was just sick of the bullshit, man. Sick of seeing all the sneak dissing, sick of seeing all the bullshit. Myself and other cats in the LDBC sneak dissing and stuff like that. I ain't with that advice. If I'm gonna call you out, I'm gonna call you out like a man. But I just want these guys to know because I heard this. I do respect your content. I post all your videos, man. And so I just want you to know that, brother.
It's all good, bro. I like the passion.
Man, I think it's just people trying to create fake beef, man. And I get sick of it, man. Every time, D-Style, you made a video like once before. You said, man, you done had disagreements with me. Yeah, man, we done had several of them, man. You done had them at 78. And it's like, there's no beef. But then you got people, man, that'll watch us, go at it, or we'll have a disagreement on something. And then you got these people that'll go from channel to channel, and then they'll create this fake beef, trying to get people at each other's throat, man. And I get sick of that. Like, what generation of men are we in now? Like, that you can't just listen to two men have an agreement or disagreement, okay? And then that's it. Wait, hold on. What is the LDBC? I heard it was some kind of blacks only YouTube community. See,
Coach.
This is what I'm talking about.
Freestyle MBT. No, this is the type of stuff I be talking about. Like when people say stuff like that, like that right there, like come on, man. And then dude I was talking to today, I told him like I ain't had no disrespect for the dude, but then he came in like really like talking condescending towards us, saying we more civilized and the queen. I'm like, what? I'm like, come on, bro. We ain't even said nothing yet. You know, so you take stuff like MBT knows. Me and MBT, we've had heated debates before. But MBT know I got nothing but love for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here claiming that I'm the biggest scholar in the history of boxing or whatever. I'm just a dude who loves boxing and want to see the best fights. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got a different style. You know what I'm saying? Like I like D-Style, I like Mr. Doc, I love MBT, I love Coach. He know that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I listen to all these guys. Everybody got their own style. So I think that it's a misunderstanding sometimes of people not understanding how other people come up because they don't understand other cultures. You know what I'm saying? But the thing I don't like is, like I said, the sneak dissing and stuff that I be seeing going on because y'all seen I ain't really made no videos about none of that stuff. DCB and them dudes been handling that, but it just got to see. I just seen so much, man. It just got out of control. That's all. That's what really makes me go over the edge too.
Yeah, it just get to the point, man, where, I think sometimes, man, okay, yeah, use my platform, I can sneak this, I can go back and forth. But then, man, it's just like, I don't know, because as soon as you drop 1,000 videos, if I really wanted to, man, and it's almost like, okay, well, here we go again, picking on people, we're picking on people, we starting, it's crazy, man, it's crazy. It's great. Wait. So, okay, Triple H, try to explain to me because I'm sitting here and we're waiting on 503. Okay, so MBT is sold. How was MBT sold? I don't understand. Ticket TV rants, that's a big difference to Truth Hurt. What? I mean, so, okay, what is your definition of a rant? Because I mean, I got to hear this. Well, what is your definition of a rant that you would think that he's ranting? I don't understand.
A better question is, why are you bothering listening? If it bothers you so much.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's just so, like, I mean, seriously, man, I've seen it, down here in Australia, man, where it only comes from women, unfortunately, you know what I mean? And, they complain about, I'm sorry, man, but they complain about, like a Colin Jackie O show on the radio, how terrible they are, but they know exactly what they wear before they go to sleep. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck. How do you know all these detailed information about these people, but you can't stand them? All you do is talk about them. Like, it's just, exactly like I say, man, if you're exactly like D-Style says, man, I'm not going to ever subscribe to anyone that I can't stand listening to. And there's a lot of people that I subscribe to, and I probably only want to tune into 1% of their content. You know what I mean? And I know exactly from the title, after I listened to a few times, that this is not going to be for me. There's no need for me to listen to it. There's no need for me to argue with this person. And I just go on about my day. It's not that hard. Like, there's no point in just, you got to look positive in your life, man. You always have to look positive. And, the way to do that is to ignore and, just stay away from anything, that you don't like. You know what I mean? If you have good friends, you're going to have a good, a good life ahead of you. If you read good books, I can tell you what's going to happen in your next year in your life. You know what I mean? But if you're going to be all negative, I understand, man. I understand how your life is going. That's all I need to know about your life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Wait a minute, where's 503 line? I done sent them the link, man. 503. Okay, it don't matter. But yeah,
let's say that, man.
I just want to know why a lot of these trolls, like they come at you, and by you I mean just anybody, hard. Right, I mean, like they'll come at me at least like hard. Like they'll come like they got a problem with me, and when I hit them back, and this is just online, by the way, they play the victim. It's like all of a sudden I'm a bully. All of a sudden I'm a bad person because I'm striking back. And I don't understand that logic, and I don't even know why they get so mad and so butthurt. It's only the internet. It's not like we're all really putting hands on each other. Like
like you say, it's not that serious, dude. It's just not that serious.
Mr. Doc, y'all right. I mean, think about this. It's a dude right now that's in Taiwan that done made about 40 videos since I've been on YouTube about me, saying my channel, and I don't even know this dude. I never knew him before he started talking about me. And I'm like, yo, what is this type of shit that's going on? And you see all these dudes in the comment section talking. I'm like, yo, man, this don't, this don't get out of control.
I sent a link to Mr. Doc about 5 months ago. This dude made a video saying that I'm not going to participate in this negativity, and I'm going to only talk about boxing and whatever, and I'm going to stay away from these guys because I've done it before in my life, and I stopped reading newspapers, and it did no good for me, you know what I mean? And it helped my life when I stopped reading these bad newspapers because I don't want to be influenced into this bad lifestyle. And then just 2 videos later, he's going right back at it again. It just is what it is, man.
NBT, that's because the ones where they just talk boxing get like 4 views. That's why.
That's exactly right. You can't make this shit up, man. Once you put up a video title talking about 2 boxers and then you're getting 80 views and then all of a sudden you're talking about someone else and you're getting 500. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it just tells you, man. And you're just feeding a certain demographic, and you're never going to keep it boxing that way, man. And you're never going to be real to yourself, and you're going to miss a lot of great things that's happening in boxing, So
there's also a lot of there's a lot of instigators out there, like a lot of regular commenters that like to instigate a lot. Like they'll post some shit to try to cause conflict with you and somebody you're cool with. It's
and they go from channel to channel, man, trying to start that crap. And it don't make sense. Like somebody go to Dana Man channel, leave something, then come over here and then leave something, man, and think that people gonna take the bait, man. Or somebody tell me, well, I don't like Ticket TV because he biased. Well, I'm not taking the bait because I know what you're trying to do. I know exactly what's trying to happen. I'm not taking the bait. It's his channel. If you choose, hey, I come on here and tell you that I'm biased. Okay, I come on here and tell you that I'm biased. Okay, I'm biased. So so what? So now tell everybody that I'm biased. I'm very biased.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, just to go back to what D-Style was saying is just, I think, I hate to bring this up, man, but just that little misunderstanding or whatever you want to call it, a little bit of conflict between 78 and Beats, that really brought out all the instigators, that really brought out the best out of them, because all the ones, especially the ones that were trying to play nice and trying to say, why don't talk to each other and whatnot, but the way they were getting involved is just like, if you really actually cared for them to rekindle their friendship or whatever, you would give them space, privacy, and a little bit of time. You know what I mean? Instead of sticking your nose in their business. You know what I mean? And it really brings out the best out of the instigators in situations like that. They really love it, and that's what was sad about it, man. Is the fact that both sides of the trolls were getting so much pleasure out of that, and it was just sad to see.
They had to delete the videos because the comment sections were getting that bad. To your point,
and they really didn't have beef, man. It was a disagreement, man. They didn't even have. It wasn't a beef. I think people need to understand it wasn't a beef. They had a disagreement, man.
You know what else these guys do though? You guys got to check this stuff too, man. They steal people's avatars, your pictures, and then they go to channels trolling like it's you, writing dirty comments in comment sections, and these people not checking the avatar, and they think it's you. Like that shit happened to me like almost like 6 times last week, like with DCE and other guys. They steal their whole avatars, pictures, everything, and they go around trolling all the chat rooms and all the people's channels, talking all kind of crazy. And they started beef that way.
Hey, Tika, man, it's funny you brought that up, actually. Just happened to me 2 days ago, man. One guy was coming into my comment section. I believe I know his name. He's been a subscriber of mine for a few months, but he changed his avatar out of nowhere to 78 Sports TV's profile picture, and he's got the word dork on it, written on it. And he's just there coming into the comment section, having a regular conversation, trying to be friendly with everyone. I just fucking go, what the fuck are you doing, man? Just deleted the whole shit and just blocked his ass and got him out of there. It's just like, man, what do you have going on in your life where you got to use someone else's profile picture?
These people have issues, bro. Like these people have girlfriends.
I was about to say that.
Nobody with a girlfriend does that. It just doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah.
No one that had a girlfriend in their entire life would do something like that. not just as it currently speaks.
Is it too harsh for me to say anybody with a life wouldn't have time to, be bothered with that?
No.
Like, if you can't tell a girl about it at the bar, it's probably not a good idea.
That's a good one. I like that. I like
it. Imagine one thing. Imagine if me, Coach, MBT, D-Style, Mr. Doc, imagine if everybody in the chat room right now went out and made videos about every single person that made a video about something we didn't agree with or we didn't like. That's the shit that be happening to us. And the shit just gets to a point, man, when you do that shit and you see these commenters, and like, I think it's D-Style who said that shit, like, if you don't like the content, why do you keep watching these videos? Why do you keep going back trying to create an issue and keep talking about what somebody else is doing who don't even care about you? You understand? My thing is this. I wanted to talk to people who wanted to fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay. Period. MBT, me and him, we talked about this. We thought that Wilder would lose. I thought AJ would win. We had a heated discussion. That was it. I never disrespected him. We was cool afterwards. We had a great discussion about it. That's it. But some of these other guys, they push that shit. Like, man, like, go look at my channel right now. I got a video up right now with me and Barbershop Conversation. Had a good conversation. That's my boy. Somebody came in the chat room just now trying to spark trouble. I said, yo, don't even talk about that dude. Somebody see, I'm like, yo, I don't even want that. Go look at my comment section.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it, man.
Yeah, see, the difference between me and you, Ticket, is, man, if AJ or Wilder wins, we'll still have our account open. You know what I mean? These guys are just going to be talking their shit. If their guy wins, they're going to be coming in and talking hella shit. If they lose, man, you're just never going to hear from them ever again. It happened with the Andre Ward-Sergey Kovalev fight. All the guys that I was talking shit about, they all disappeared.
Everyone, like that dude that lived in the van and shit, disappeared when Marquez knocked out his boy and shit. Came back, and then his boy got stopped by Ward, disappeared again. That guy, or
yeah. I don't know. They saw that. I don't understand. I don't know if that was actually Ward Kovalev or he actually believed that, the greatest of all time, Manny Pacquiao, was going to get his ass whooped by a school teacher named Jeffrey. I couldn't figure it out if it was either that fight or the next one. It was somewhere around that area. So it was one of them too.
By the way, why did the dude from Taiwan ever make a video about that guy? Since he supposedly says he talks about racist.
There's the thing that gets me even more than the fact that people like that take the time to watch videos and channels they don't like. Then they take even more time to make fucking response videos and upload them. You know what I mean?
How are they going to explain that?
Yes.
How are they going to explain this?
How much of your life is that?
Explain
it. I'm like, my first reaction when, I think it was Ticket put forth that hypothetical about us all going making videos. I ain't got time for that shit. Are you kidding me?
He be waiting on every upload. And it's like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like I said, I seen this shit with D-Style. D-Style did a video and somebody like, yo, you're fake. This is somebody like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? These dudes.
Yeah, man. But see, when you
D-Style, give us Shabransky for the truth. Give us Shabransky.
Shabransky. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
man. Thanks for the big ups, D-Style, by the way.
Sorry, Coach. Sorry to cut you off. That was important.
Let me ask y'all a question.
It really was important.
Coach, let me ask y'all a question. Do you guys think, because I said in the chat today, and I think this is what said it all. I said that I felt like AJ was a coward. I use other words because he didn't go in on that chat on the boxing voice. You had Eddie Hearn, Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury on the line. Now you got all three of those guys on the line. You only missing one person. You know he was listening. Why not jump in? You understand what I'm saying? But then you got dudes. The dude told me today, oh no, he was sleeping and all this. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, bro.
See, and that's the question I asked. And I'm gonna make my video titles 12.32. That's Eddie Hearn's new name, 1232. Because it took him 12 minutes and 32 seconds to come back to the line when Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, they were wondering, just where in the hell is Edward Hearn? Where is Edward?
So, Coach, to answer your question, it's one or the other. Either he was changing his pants because he shit on him when Wilder called, or he was trying to get Joshua on the phone.
Okay.
Stop it, guys, man. Stop it. He was having some sleep, bro.
It's just too much,
his muscles develop, man. He can't build those muscles without the sleep, bro. The most important thing about those muscles is sleep, man. You need sleep to develop muscles that way, bro. Leave him alone, man.
That's Mr. Doc's boy. That's Mr. Doc's.
That's why Mr. Doc lives in the gym and he can't develop any because he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, because he's too busy worried about what Anthony Joshua doing. That's what's going on there.
You gotta put your boy to sleep. Not worried about nothing.
His new name, 1232. That's his name. I thought, man.
I'm gonna get ready to sip out, Coach. But I just want y'all to know. That's why I dropped in. I want y'all to know that I respect everybody who got respect for me. I respect all y'all opinions, even if I don't agree with you all the time. I still respect you. But once you start like sneak dissing and disrespecting and all that stuff, then it's gonna be at another level. This Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder situation has brought out a lot of emotions that people had built up in them for a long time. So now you see it's come out, and it's like, yo, now I see where you really stand. You understand what I'm saying? So then when you get somebody on the line, and you've been seeing people do this videos and in the comment section something crazy, it's like, yo, okay, now come on. All the people, they don't know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to sound very, I guess, cliche, but I was brought up to just treat people the way I want to be treated, right? And if I have a problem with somebody, I just don't listen to them. I stay away from them, and that's it.
That's all I do.
Especially online, man. There's just too many people. You know what I mean? It's like, this is not your uncle, bro. You got to defend in a barbecue, man. It's just not that type, man. You know? It's just not that sort of person.
No, you almost cost me a fucking microphone.
It's not that sort of, it's not that sort of.
I don't know, man. I have a lot of uncles, so I don't know. I got to leave some out.
Especially being Mexican like you, T-Style, I'm Lebanese. I've got the same issues, you know what I mean? It's not one of those guys, man. It's just not one of those, For me, man, if I go into a comment section and I see someone I don't like, I'm not going to, I'm not going to go comment to him, man.
Who has time? Who has time for this shit? I know. I find it mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is. Well, anyway, folks, I'm about to go and cut on out of here because I want to step out the doghouse. And, yeah.
Are you going to sleep, Coach? Are you going to sleep? Are you going to sleep, Coach? Are you going to sleep?
I'm going to call him. I'm going to get Eddie Hearn a phone call.
Are you going to sleep? Are you going to sleep, Coach? I'll just want to ask you that. Are you going to sleep in a few hours?
I'm going to tell you what.
What?
I'm gonna lay down, I'm gonna get Hearn on the phone, and I'm gonna ask Hearn, how are you gonna explain being gone for 12 minutes and 32 seconds, Hearn? What were you doing, Hearn? That's what I'm gonna say.
Coach, MBT, peace down. Y'all, man, I'm about to head out of here, man. I appreciate y'all having me on the line, man. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it, Trent.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, brother. Thanks, brother.
Appreciate all you guys, man. Thank y'all for coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate it,
God
Coach.
bless. I'm gonna do it, Russell Simmons. God bless. Good night. You got to go home, but you got to get out of here.
Peace.
Absolutely. All right, boys.